Welcome to Tech Topics brought to you by Cybervenger. We help keep small businesses stay protected and compliant with cutting-edge cybersecurity and IT solutions.
Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Andy. I'm the managing consultant for Cybervenger. Today we're doing another deep dive into the 110 controls of the NIST 800-171 standard. For those who don't know what that standard is, if you're doing business with the federal government, well, pretty much any department, and you have any kind of CUI, controlled, unclassified information, you need to be following the standard already. And there's more on that coming down the pike too. Go check out our YouTube videos. We have an entire set of videos that talks about what the standard is, why you need it, why it's important, how it can make you money, and stuff like that. But today's control we're talking about is 3.5.3, and if you look down here, this is what the control says. It says, use multi-factor authentication for local network access to privileged accounts and for network access to non-privileged accounts. Whoa. Back up. Non-privileged accounts? Yes, folks, that's right. If you have CUI accessible from a device, a computer, a tablet, a phone, whatever, on your network, you have to have multi-factor authentication before you can get to it for non-privileged accounts. So all you're using your entire network that deal with CUI. So the exception here would be if you have a local system and you're logging. Let's say you have a Windows box and you log in as Bob Local. Bob Local would not need two-factor authentication. But then Bob Network, to connect the next resources on that network, would need to prompt you for two-factor authentication when you try to connect to drives, things like that. That's the only workaround. It's not really a workaround, is it? So two-factor, what's two-factor? Well, the factors are something you know, something you have, something you are. Something you are being biometrics. So if you were to scan your face from a camera or swipe your thumb on a thumbprint reader in order to log in, but then it also is the key, asks you for a password, then that would be two different factors. Another thing you could do is you could have a token. So you could type the password and plug a token in the USB port on the computer. That might work. Some kind of dongle or the like. The idea is, of course, that two-factor authentication is really the only way to deal with brute force password cracking. You got to have something else to slow it down, and it makes a monumental difference on security. It's why things like 365 are mandating it now. Everybody has to have two-factor to get to a 365 account. It's why admin accounts, of course, need to have it, and that's all very well understandable. Remote access, any of that thing available from outside, and that's what common sense would be in the modern security world. And most of us aren't too surprised or upset by that requirement. But the new requirement, and this is very unique, is that you do in fact have to have it on non-privileged users and on the network. So if it's an Active Directory user, you got to have two-factor authentication. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Believe me, my customers are as irate about that as anyone watching this video would be. My humble opinion, this is overkill. But for many environments, especially if you have a two-person company, and they exist. I have a client that's two people. They don't have a server or a network, so that helps with this one. But they could get around the local access, non-privileged user exception. But I mean, if you have a network, say you've got 5 people, I mean, they all have to have authentication on it. Those products can be expensive. So here are some products to think about: Duo, Okta, Authlight. 3 ones off the top of my head that will support that kind of tokenization. And there's all kinds of, you can get those little, for those who don't want to deal with phones, you can get one of those keychain things that constantly flip a different number by, and you just clip it on your keychain, and then it's company property, it's organization property. It's not something that touches user stuff. Because BYOD, bring your own device, like having your own phone, using Microsoft Authenticator or Google Authenticator or a third-party OTP, that could be tricky because then you're mixing business and private equipment. I never like that, and it's a compliance nightmare. So I mean, even something as simple as the Google Authenticator is still kind of a mixing of that sort of thing. What if someone gets a hold of that phone remotely and malware gets installed? If it's not your phone, how do you know there's not a malware app on it that's relaying that two-factor authentication number out to a bad guy? They may call that out on some control at some point. The two-factor, the second factor must be something on corporate-owned devices. I could see that being control number 111. this thing changes all the time, so it's helpful to think a little bit ahead rather than just what's required today. So anyway, that's pretty much the control in a nutshell. It is straightforward, but it's one of those controls, not because it's confusing, but because it's painful. And it is what it is, folks. Yeah, we don't make the rules, we just have to follow them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video has provided valuable information to you. Be sure to share this video with other small business owners to spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want more information about cybersecurity, visit us at www.cybervenger.com.